On the heels of a recent survey showing BART's approval rating has dropped dramatically, we're taking a look at one of the biggest complaints. A lot of people say they don't feel safe.
Ground Force Dan Thorn talked with BART riders and with the BART Chief of Police. He has details.
Of course, all of us can complain about one thing in terms of our commute, but this isn't about traffic or delays. This is about safety, and much of the finger pointing is directed at the Transit Systems Police Department. Most notably, where are the BART police officers? It's the largest commuter rail line in the state of California. BART serves as the backbone of the Bay Area's public transportation. Hundreds of thousands of commuters depend on these train cars day in and day out. However, just recently, a survey showed many of those commuters are not happy.
I think there's a lot of sketchy activity on BART, including drugs, alcohol, and sometimes homeless people who use the system to sleep.
A little less than half of the top complaints for BART riders like Kim Vodder fall at the feet of BART police. The common theme, a lack of police presence inside the stations, outside of the stations, and on board the trains.
I think just coming on the platforms and staring people down and watching for illegal activity on the platforms is not sufficient. They need to be walking on the trains.
And other riders agree.
It'd probably be better if they were around more often.
I would feel more safe if there were police officers, yes.
In August, BART received an almost $7 million federal grant to keep a special police patrol on the trains through the busiest stations. The grant followed the high-profile murder of Nia Wilson. The 18-year-old was stabbed to death exiting a BART train at the MacArthur station in July.
Nia's love, my Nia's love, so honest and true.
Wilson's killing marked the third murder on the transit system in just a 5-day span.
Do I feel safe? The answer is no.
Amid the summer spike in violent crime, BART vowed an increase in public safety by putting more officers on the trains. These emergency patrols required the police force to work 10-hour shifts 6 days a week. It lasted less than a month.
You can't arrest yourself out of problems. You can't police yourself out of problems.
BART Police Chief Carlos Rojas says displeasure with the lack of BART police presence can be linked to the lack of staffing. However, the chief maintains his officers are out and effectively working to curb crime.
Our officers on a daily basis are riding trains, they're in stations, but it's just about not having enough staff.
Chief Rojas says there have been significant improvements in recruiting new BART officers. In December, the BART board approved a 16% pay increase under a new 4-year contract. The chief called the agreement crucial to attracting and retaining officers. Right now, there are 28 vacancies in the department.
But there is a serious perception by certain people that BART is not safe, so we have to not only battle the perception, but create that environment that's going to be safe for everybody.
Meanwhile, the BART Police Department is trying to receive accreditation, which the police chief says is an elite recognition. In order to get it, a team from the Commission on Accreditation for Law Enforcement Agencies had to examine all aspects of the BART Police Department's policies, procedures, management, and support services. If awarded, the BART Police Department would be one of the select few agencies in the state of California to earn it. Reporting in Oakland, Dan Thorn, KRON 4 News.